Hey folks, it's day 23 of Nofap, and I'm glad that I've made it this far. I mean, I had made it to the third week, and I was going to record a video yesterday, but I really didn't have much to talk about it than just like my day, and I wanted to produce, videos that would be helpful. But last night I had some really vivid dreams where I was like traveling through the desert over in West Africa, Mauritania, and then through southern Morocco, and I stopped off at like a caravanserai over in Mauritania in my dream, and had some mint tea. And then I got back from the trip, I traveled back to the United States, and then it's like, oh, I was having a conversation with my parents about my academic performance this last semester and where I stand, and the fact that I'm not on probation and switching my major to materials engineering and that kind of stuff. But it was a really, really vivid dream, and I've had this experience of having these kinds of really vivid dreams once I um, start getting some significant time in NoFap wise, where I get to like 2 3 weeks or more, and I don't know, it's like my creativity, my imagination, starts up again, and I start having these really vivid dreams, and they're actually kind of like lucid, semi lucid dreams where I have some choice over what's going to happen in the dream, and yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, that's a phenomenon I've experienced before. I'm not sure about the rest of you, but yeah, it's happened. Haven't had any nocturnal emissions lately, so I mean, it's both a good and a bad thing. But then again, I really haven't had the urge to fap or look at porn. Um, Kind of in a lower stress environment, I guess you could say. So there's not those like normal triggers that usually would push me towards that. As a sort of a coping mechanism. So I haven't had to really face those kind of rationalizations. Um, but yeah, I don't know if. Well, I think the last time I did have my head shaved, but I guess other than like talking about the vivid dreams I've had, my other main thing I want to discuss is acceptance. Um, I think one of the main things I've had to face with any nofap streak or so is acceptance and accepting reality for what it is and accepting my life for what it is, and um, you know counting my blessings, but also deciding like what I want to change. But facing the fact that um, when life gets stressful or anxious, like you can't necessarily escape from it, and that's been a real thing for me with PMO. It's been about escaping to this ideal, perfect land, and as much as that feels good in the moment, you come back from it, and it's your life hasn't changed, and you you typically, I mean, in my experience, I felt lack of motivation, increased depression and anxiety, and I got to the point where I just said, it's really not worth it, and why the heck am I doing this, and why not I try to get this up, and um, eventually, the NoFap movement was founded, so all my attempts I'd previously done, they were basically NoFap, but I found like this support network, this community of people who are going through the same sorts of things and trying to accomplish the same sorts of goals. Um, but shaving my head symbolizes to me acceptance because ever since I think I hit like I don't know, it was like my mid 20s, I started losing hair. And by the time my late 20s, I'm 30 right now, but by the time my late 20s came around, like I think 27 or 28, like I was really showing like a growing bald spot back here, my receding hairline, that sort of thing. And I tried various formulas. You can put in your hair like I think it's called minoxidil to like grow your hair back, and they work for a short period of time. But if you stop using them, your hair falls out, and even in a lot of cases, it falls out even worse than it was naturally. And I just got to the point where I just had to, I was like, I'm gonna accept the fact that I'm going bald, and I'm gonna shave my head, and I'm just gonna live like that, and I know enough people out there who have, guys who've had to shave their heads or they've gone bald, and it's not like it's been the end of the world for them. As long as they change their mindset and they worked on other aspects of themselves, like maybe they worked out and they got in shape, and or they, um, assuming that they maintain like a healthy weight, at least they focus on their careers, their education, and they became successful in that, and it compensated, and they didn't have to feel like crap about themselves, saying that, oh, I don't have a full head of hair, therefore I'm not attractive. Well, some of them, they have attractive girlfriends who are loyal to them and love them, and it's like, well, they don't have hair on their head. That didn't stop them. So I think we need to learn to accept ourselves for our flaws and our shortcomings, and accept that life isn't perfect and it's not going to be perfect, and to stop running from it. I think that's part of what Nofap is about, to me at least. Um, and speaking to myself first and foremost, I know like the way I worded it seemed like I'm preaching to other people, but that's not my intention. I do hope that these videos and my words like help other people as well as helping myself. But I think that's pretty much all I have to say for today. As I go on to this stuff, I get more and more confident, so I feel like talking and giving my experiences and that kind of thing. So it's a good thing about NoFap. Just gonna try not to get arrogant and foolhardy and allow myself to slip. So, anyways, thanks for watching. And as for the other guys, like I think Rising Above and some other folks like who've been relapsing. Again, like I said in the last video, what helped for me was figuring out what my triggers were and what was causing me to relapse. Because you need to understand the process of your own mind and your thoughts so that you can step in there, even if it's just a moment before you would relapse, and pull yourself back, go take that cold shower or whatever you need to do to get out of that frame of mind. I'll have to go watch those videos and see, like, maybe that's what they've figured out already. Maybe give my suggestions in the comments. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and have a nice day, evening, night, and whatever is for you, and good luck.